let's get into it. You said you picked the Phoenix Suns to beat the Lakers in this first round series, and the Suns won game 1 99-90, despite Chris Paul suffering what looked like, at first, Rob, I thought he had dislocated his shoulder or something, or separated his shoulder.
I thought it was Paul Pierce all over. I thought they was going to bring a wheelchair out. But just like Paul Pierce, he came back. You know what I mean? He didn't look like when he left.
Was legit.
No, but I'm just saying, but when he left, I mean, whenever you leave in a wheelchair, you don't expect somebody to play in that game. Would you admit that?
Well, Paul Pierce, yeah.
Right.
And but he came out later, he just had to go to the restroom.
That's what they claim. But as far as this one, I thought, too, the way it looked like something was popped out or was loose or broken or whatever, it didn't look. And then when he came back, I was shocked.
It looked bad.
And he had a big shot at the end, too.
I was more worried about him than I was LeBron when LeBron went down. LeBron, every time he gets hit, it's like the end of the world. But now you never know. It didn't look bad. It looked like he just fell on the floor. But maybe it was a hard crash, but it just looked like, come on, it can't be that bad. And LeBron came back and was fine as well. So 2 shoulder injuries, but Chris's looks a lot more serious. Rob, you saw him losing his dribble during the game. Chris Paul hardly ever turns the ball over. And he kept losing his dribble. His shooting form was changed, but he played well. But as the guy, I picked the Lakers. I'm not the least bit concerned about the Lakers being able to win this series. I think LeBron has made a habit of feeling out opponents in the first game. He did it last year against Portland. And game 1, they lost, and you had people screaming, the Blazers are going to sweep. You may have been one of those people for all I know.
I picked the Lakers in that series.
The Blazers are going to sweep. And then the next round, same thing. They lost game 1. LeBron only had 20 points, I think, but only took 15 shots. And, of course, they went on to win the next 4 games. So I just think, I'm not saying they're going to win it. I picked them in 5, but this looks like it could go longer. But I feel like LeBron will be a lot more aggressive, won't be nearly as passive, won't just settle for the 3 as he did in game 1. And so I expect to see a better LeBron, Rob. And I still feel very good about the Lakers' chances of winning this series.
Yeah, I don't. I like the Suns to start. I was impressed that when Chris Paul went out, they didn't totally collapse. They weren't starstruck to start the game. I love that they were just in it. They were playing. These are young guys who haven't even played a playoff game. And, and I think, they built something and got some confidence in winning that first game. And they look like they belong there. They played well all year. Their eyes didn't get too big. The stage wasn't too big. The lights weren't too bright. That is Chris Paul going down, Chris. That could have been like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? He's the veteran guy, and they didn't collapse. They didn't crumble. And Devin Booker, I mean, people can, they want to give all the praise about Chris Paul, and right. I get it. He's the new piece, but Devin Booker put a 34 piece on the Lakers in his first playoff game and played really, really well. I was impressed by him. Monty Williams had these guys ready to play. I'm not saying it's going to be some easy series for the Suns or anything like that. Obviously not. But I don't think people discounted them, and I get it. They haven't made the playoffs since 2010, and the Lakers won the championship a year ago, and they have 2 of the best 3 or 4 players. It all stacks up for the Lakers, but you still have to play. And for the Lakers to get 90 points and play the way that they did, you could say it's one game, but I just think there's other issues on that team, and I'm not convinced that Phoenix might not be up 2-0 after the first 2 games in Phoenix.
Well, Anthony Davis has got to show up, or they could be down 2-0. Rob, Anthony Davis, I can't overstate how poorly he played.
No, it was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And it's not just the 13 points on 5 of 16 shooting. It's not just the fact that you didn't get not one offensive rebound. I got as many offensive rebounds as Anthony Davis did sitting on my couch watching the game. And it's not just the fact that your plus minus was negative 18, which was twice as high as any other player that played in the game, Rob. But to your point, you mentioned Devin Booker. I'm going to mention the other young cat, Deandre Ayton. This was Deandre Ayton's first ever playoff game. And I get it. The Lakers don't have KCP, Alex Caruso. They're not slowing down or shutting down Devin Booker. Right. He's just on another level from them. So I get that he went off. Credit to him, because he could have got, like you said, he could have froze in the bright lights. He didn't.
He could have, right? No matter what, because this is first rodeo. Chris, there were a lot of young guys who showed
Julius
out.
Randle, as we'll get to later. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready. Like, he putting up bricks, 6 for 23. Right. Chris, the Knicks, and I'm not getting off track.
We're going to get into them later.
You blow a chance when your bench gives you 60-something points in a playoff game?
Thank God their bench did, because
no,
the starters
but you think you're going to get that again? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a game you got to win. You got to win that game.
But my thing is this, Rob. Anthony Davis, NBA champion. Remember, was it ESPN that had him as the second best player in the world in the preseason? Which I thought was overrated, but still. He should have slapped Deandre Ayton around. Smacked him up. Figuratively, of course. You got to let him know this is another level, young cat. This is the postseason. You're not ready for this yet. I'm going to teach you about the playoffs for the next 5 or 6 games. And then when you come back next year, maybe you'll give me some. Instead, Anthony Davis got outplayed dramatically by Deandre Ayton.
It was as bad as it gets, seriously. No doubt.
Absolutely. He was 10 for 11.
I was going to say Ayton almost didn't miss a shot. I couldn't remember the exact number. 10 for 11 in your first playoff game against Anthony Davis or against the Lakers, whatever you want to say. I mean,
guess how many offensive rebounds Ayton had?
What do you have, 8?
8.
Yep.
That's more than Anthony Davis had, period. He had 7 rebounds.
And you tell me going into game 2, I'm not saying he's going to put up the same exact, but he's going to be confident. That's what it ain't about Chris. He ain't going to duplicate what he just did, but he'll be confident. He has no reason to go out there thinking that he can't play his game and do what he can do. I mean, that's the part when you give young players that confidence.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right. And he did it with Chris Paul struggling. And so that's what disappoints me the most with Anthony Davis, is that you let this young guy have some life, and he's going to be a terror for you now the rest of the series. Now, again, I'm still very confident in the Lakers winning this series, but LeBron's got to be better, and AD's got to be much better. And, Rob, I also think, look, Andre Drummond, here's what the Lakers need to do. First, I think what they need to do is put Drummond on the bench a lot more and play AD at the center or Marc Gasol. Either way, it opens up the floor for AD, and he can get inside more, because we know Marc Gasol wants to be outside.
He doesn't seem like he fits. I know that's unfair, Chris, but Drummond doesn't seem like he fits.
Well, not if you're not going to play big. Like, they go big. LeBron, AD, and Drummond, that's as big as the front line gets. The problem is they don't play big. They got that size out there, and AD's taking threes and playing on the perimeter, and the team is driving and kicking and shooting a bunch of threes. If you're going to go big, then go big. Punish the opponent. Take them inside. Bully them. But if you're going to go big and play finesse, then heck, put Andre Drummond on the bench. So that's my thought. But you feel good about Phoenix. I still feel good about the Lakers. Let's see what the callers think, Rob, the listeners. 877-919-3260. 99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. How confident are you in the Lakers rallying from this 0-1 deficit and beating the Suns and still having a great postseason? Or are you with Rob where you think the young Suns got something cooking and they're going to take out the defending champions? Your turn to weigh in, 877-99 on Fox.
All right, let's kick it off with Earl in Maryland. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Earl?
What's going on, fellas? First time caller. Big
Yes,
fan.
sir.
Big fan of you two guys. When
Thank
y'all was
you.
back on ESPN, I can't believe I got through so easily.
Thank
I'm just
you. Well,
so happy. Big fan of y'all.
good to have
Love you
you
two
on,
guys.
my man.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes, indeed. I'm a proud Wizards fan, but anyway,
Wizards?
I took the
Bruh.
Lakers on.
Wow.
Huh?
That's almost as bad as being a Knicks fan.
Oh my goodness!
I'm just talking about the long-suffering part. I salute all these people who are loyal to their city teams.
People are
but
loyal. I expect you to be
man,
loyal. Right?
well, Washington at least has won one since the Knicks.
Absolutely.
know?
But anyway,
7
the Lakers, I feel as though they're in real deep, serious doo-doo. They're in trouble, fellas. I'm sorry. This Phoenix
Why?
team is hungry. They're young. I'm concerned about the Chris Paul injury, Frost and shoulder injury. I don't know what the deal is with that. Hope he's okay. But other than that, I think the Lakers are in trouble. And,
You
and
haven't
because of
learned that LeBron can deliver? I mean, really? You've seen this before. They were
Yeah, but
down
that-
2-0 to Boston in 2018.
he needs help, and Anthony Davis ain't doing.
I give you
squat.
that. AD got to be better. And he said it. If he can't play better, they can't win a game, let alone a series with
they
him
won't.
playing
Yeah,
this way.
If
Right.
AD plays like this, they won't win a game, Chris.
Right.
I'm with
And
you.
LeBron can't carry the team by himself anymore. He
No,
needs
those days
some
are
help.
over.
Gotta
Hey,
get some
Earl,
help.
man, we appreciate your support, my man. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
We really
Thank
do.
you. I appreciate it. I'll definitely call you guys again. Appreciate it.
All right. Kevin in Culver City, right next to West L.A., right here in Los Angeles. What's up, Kev?
What's up, fellas? No way, no how. The Lakers got this. The same thing happened last season in the bubble.
Twice.
AD is going to inflict his will on the Suns, and we all know that. Ayton can't deal with him in the post. This game will be all LeBron James and Anthony Davis in the pick and roll. LeBron will go to the hole, and he will be more aggressive. We all know when LeBron goes to the hole, it frees everything else up, and you put paint on those guys.
Kevin.
He'll be posting Chris Paul up, and Anthony Davis can guard 1 through 5, the only center that can do that. When he does what he did when he got the 44 and 20 against Ayton in Staples Center, they went inside early and often, and they got him
Right.
involved, and it opened everything else up. LeBron knew exactly what he was saying when he says, we're better when AD's aggressive. He lit the fuse, and the big fella is ready to deliver.
Good call.
The
Kev,
Suns
good
are still
call.
the Suns.
Kev, if they lose,
right on the money,
If they
Kev.
lose game 2, Kev, where are you then?
Still got to see Anthony Davis, 6'11", 250, and LeBron James, and the Suns can't do that. We know what LeBron does. He's about winning. Lakers are still the champs. Don't forget it.
My man, I like it, Kevin.
He
Call
sound like
back
a
more
fan. He
often,
sound like
bro.
a fan or like Chris, one or the other.
No, he brought
Ben.
fire. He brought
Ben
fire.
in Ohio.
Not fire,
You're the Odd
fire.
Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up,
Hey.
Ben?
Hey, what's going on, fellas, man? First time caller, long time listener, man.
Yes,
Good to
another
have you on, my
first timer,
man.
man.
Yes.
This is great.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, man, I was born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. I live in Ohio now, but
What part of Ohio?
I'm in Warren, Ohio.
Okay, I know Warren.
Where's Warren? Outside of what big city? I
Near
don't know where Warren-
Youngstown.
Outside Youngstown, outside Cleveland, yeah.
Okay.
But listen, like Shannon Sharp said, as long as that 6'9" monster is over there, listen, we got lucky this first game, and as long as that 6'9" monster is over there, it's over, bro. Like,
Say his name.
I have
What's his name?
LeBron James, man. LeBron James, man. AD,
Because
yeah,
Rob
man.
don't know.
I mean,
Rob
you know
apparently has
AD.
forgotten.
Nah.
Exactly, and like, listen.
Yeah, he's
I've
won
been
4
watching
times in
LeBron James
18
his
years.
whole
I've seen
career.
it. I know the story. I've
I've
seen
been
it.
watching him his whole career. Game 1, every series. Like, you can just go back
Yes.
in the history of LeBron James. Every game 1 is the fill-out game. Yeah, he's going to start off fast. He's going to start off getting it going. Then he's going to look at his team. He's going to be like, well, let me get these other people involved. If we win, we win. If we don't, it's okay.
And
I
Rob,
don't
he's
know.
been watching LeBron since high school.
That's nice. So how many times
He's
did he
from
lose
Ohio.
a championship?
He won
Ben?
3 out of
Can you
4
tell
in
me?
high school.
No, I'm talking about since then.
4.
All right, Ben. Thank you. Thank you. Greg in St. Louis.
That's
you're
twice
too
as
slow.
many as Wilt Chamberlain, Rob. Why you dissing?
Greg.
Hey, what's going on, Rob and
What-
Chris? How y'all doing today, man?
What's
My
up,
first time calling too, man.
Man,
Yo,
another
good,
one.
man,
This
good.
is worked
Good to have
out.
y'all
This is
brothers
what we're
in,
trying
man.
to do.
Yes,
Get some
keep
new
it
people
popping.
in. Yes.
Hey, listen to this.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey,
St.
listen to
Louis.
this real
I'm
quick.
coming to St.
Real
Louis,
quick.
too.
Yeah, I'm in St. Louis. Listen to this. Before we get started, Chris, can you do me one favor? Tell Nick Wright to quit being a hater, man. He's from Kansas City, so they hate on us anyway. He's a hater, man. Just tell him that for me.
Well,
All right?
what's he hated on St. Louis?
Right.
We don't
What-
talk that much Cardinals.
Right. What is it? Or the Blues?
When we got the Rams,
Right.
he hated. When we got the we got the second best fan base when it comes to baseball behind New York. So
No, St. Louis.
No, baseball,
No.
y'all
St.
legit.
Louis is number one. St.
Right.
Louis, you hear
Y'all
me?
legit.
St. Louis is number one.
Don't forget about that, Chris. We always been there. So
Yep.
they never say. This thing about LeBron James, man, this all goes back to one thing, and I'm just gonna say it. They're not gonna let him lose because he's still chasing that goat, and they said they gonna make sure he catch that goat. He ain't gonna catch him though.
All right, keep him on the line. Hold on. So I get. First of all, I think they're gonna win the first round legit, fair and square. But you can't tell me they're gonna fix a playoff series for LeBron James. And you saying they're gonna fix the championship for him. Rob, is that what he was saying?
If that was the case, he wouldn't have He wouldn't have the most losses of any regular season MVP if it was all
You're not
fixed.
catching Jordan by getting to the finals or by winning the first
Right,
and
you
second
gotta
round.
win. Right.
Come on, nah. They're not doing that. All right.